Imagine you're waking up, the birds are chirping, and you pull on your hunting clothes. You walk outside, and you see long-eared, wet-nosed puppies with tails that slap their sides because they're so happy to see you. You take them to the woods, and you let them out, and after a couple minutes, you hear them howl, and the hair on your neck instantly stands up. Good afternoon, guys. My name is Allegra Bass, and I've been an avid rabbit hunter for over 6 years. I have been on at least 70 rabbit hunts in 3 different counties. I have hunted alongside my 3 beagles, which I raised and trained myself. This speech today is all about rabbit dogs and how to train them successfully to hunt rabbits. I will also touch base on the similarities between public service animal training methods as well. Canine training consists of various steps which can be geared toward either recreational sports such as rabbit hunting or toward public service operations such as police and search and rescue, both of which share common characteristics in the training process. So with that being said, let's hop to it. The first main point that will be discussed are the steps in training rabbit beagles for recreational hunting. The beginning step is to build a rabbit run. A rabbit run is just a designated place to train your puppies. It should be open, free of debris, have shade of some sort, and should have a couple rabbit wood piles so that your rabbit can dig under them. The second step is to introduce your puppies to the scent of a rabbit. This step, as mentioned within the 2007 website article, Training Beagles to Hunt Rabbits, should be started when the puppies are about 1.5 to 2 months old. This can be done either one of 2 ways. You can use a small cloth with rabbit scent rubbed onto it, or you can use an actual rabbit's foot with the fur and the natural rabbit smell on it. Many professionals like Bill Cooper, who published an online article on the Bass Pro Shop website in 2015, may refer to these lifelike training supplies as dummies. The next step is to introduce puppies to a tame rabbit around 3 months of age. At this stage, allow your pups to lick and smell the rabbit while it is in the run. Once the pups are used to the smell, allow them to chase it. The pups are usually too small to keep up with your rabbit, but if they do keep up with it, make sure they do not harm your rabbit. This stage in training allows your puppies to chase the rabbit and hopefully bark at it if it gets too far away. Equally as important is the next step. Take the pups in the woods for the first time. Puppies should show interest in the rabbit scent and have a change in behavior, like zigzagging while smelling, tails wagging, and sniffing hard to the ground. During this step, also introduce your pups to an older, more experienced rabbit dog that is obedient. Your puppies should begin to trust that older dog and follow him or her into the woods. Next, you will want to take your young dogs to the woods yourself and listen for the real open up, around 6 months of age. I term this step the real one because there are no barriers, there's no rabbit run, and there are no tame rabbits. Your dogs will be in the same type of environment for the remainder of their hunting careers. Finally, as a last step in rabbit dog training, you should make sure that your dogs are exposed to hunting and the woods as much as possible. Expose them to the sight, smell, and sound of a gun being shot. Lots of exposure during this step will help your hunting chances in the future. In addition to discussing steps in training rabbit dogs, we will discuss how those same steps share similarities with public service canine training. Public service canines like police and search and rescue utilize scent articles or scent pads. Scent articles are any type of clothing like pants or shirts or underclothes that a victim or subject has a lot of scent on. Scent pads utilize area where the track layer was last seen, and the dogs are expected to follow the trail to the end. Jason Ferguson, author of the 2013 online webpage titled Scent Articles for Police and Search and Rescue Training, detail how essential scent pads are because in many criminal cases, less than 10% actually have a scent article. These training methods are similar to rabbit hunting in that both canines utilize scent pads to follow the trail to find the reward. Another similarity, dogs will begin to show signs of interest in targets by changing their body language. Police dogs are specially trained to detect narcotic, gun, and bomb odors by a change in body communication, alerting to officer or handler, and then scratching area of located narcotics and objects. Rabid dogs will zigzag their head, wag tails, and bark once on the trail to alert handler of the scent. And a third type of similarity with both training methods is that both of these methods teach the dogs to master the process known as odor separation. Every dog has a natural ability to separate odors even when they are mixed together. Let's use an example of a supreme pizza. You make a supreme pizza, and at the end of it, all you smell is the whole pizza itself. But dogs are able to differentiate the smells of the sausage, the onion, the pepperoni, the bell peppers, and the person's hand who spread the dough. For police work, drug dogs are taught to react on certain odors to receive a reward. Just like Barry Cooper mentions in his article on the Never Get Busted website published in 2019, canines are rewarded when they alert to a baggie filled with marijuana, but they are discouraged with a dissatisfied command when they alert to an empty baggie. Repeating this process will help the dog to differentiate the smell of the marijuana from an empty bag. In the rabbit hunting training process, odor separation method is the same. Rabbit dogs should be able to differentiate between the smell of a coon or a deer or a squirrel from the scent of a rabbit. If a dog alerts to a scent other than a rabbit, give your dog a firm but dissatisfied command and point him toward the scent you want him to follow. Odor separation process takes time, but the patience will be worth it. In summary, rabbit dog training should start when the pups are young, and the stages for creating a fine hunting partner begin with building yourself a rabbit run and end with exposing your dog a lot to the hunting methods. After delving into the training methods for specific public service canine operations, we have discovered the use of scent articles, scent pads, and how canines will demonstrate certain changes in behavior while working through the odor separation process. Today we have wandered into the woods and looked at specific steps in how to train a successful rabbit dog and how those same steps share similarities between the methods used in training canines for police and search and rescue work.